So we're talking about overnight success today. That's what I'm talking about. Overnight success. I'm going to be talking about imposter syndrome. I'm going to be talking about your mindset, all the things. And this is really, about when you're looking at what other people are doing and it looks like they're having all the success and how did it happen for them so quickly? And why are you not further ahead or as far ahead as they are? So that's what I'm talking about today, talking about overnight success, business overnight success. Do we believe in it? Do you believe? Do you believe there's such thing as overnight success? Hello, Diana. Hello, Karen. Karen's in Sweden. She's a new member in our group. Hello, hello. So who else is here? Who else is here today? Thank you for joining me, guys. Thank you for, hey, Catherine. Hello. Thank you for joining me. Perfect. Right, now you're starting to come into the room in the group. I'm going to go live on Instagram, okay? So give me a moment. Here we go. Let's begin. Hello, everybody. Hey, guys on Instagram. And hello in the Facebook group. You're joining me, Kelly McHugh, founder of Digital Yoga Academy. And today I'm talking about overnight success. Okay, I'm talking about why overnight success is a myth. Okay, that's what I'm talking about today. So as you start to join, guys, here on Instagram and here in the Facebook group, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from today. Okay, we've got Manon. Hello. How you doing? Perfect. Who else we got? Kulak. Mind Body Yoga. Hey, hey, hey. Hello, hello. Say hi. Who else have we got in the group? So today you're joining me for training and I'm going to be talking about why overnight business success is a myth. But I want to start by just asking you guys a question, really. And it's this, is that voice inside your head telling you that you should be further ahead in your journey and in your business? Yeah, do you have a little voice inside your head saying, hey, you should be much further ahead than this? Tell me in the comments if you have that little voice. I think we all have that little voice, don't we? Perhaps this little voice is blaming you for not being an overnight success, or maybe you're just looking around and thinking, everyone else seems to be successful. Now, why hasn't this happened for me yet? Okay, share with me in the comments. Definitely, says Sarah. Yes, hey Sarah. Yes, it's starting to get quieter, but it's definitely been there. Yeah, I think we can all relate to this. And I think it's easy for us to, open up Instagram and just think that every other yoga teacher is ahead and having this kind of crazy success. And we call it overnight success, don't we? And it's when we see other people having this overnight success, it can cause a lot of anxiety. And the reason it causes anxiety is because you start to feel like you're not enough because of it. And I think society has really kind of glorified this type of success, and it's really easy to think that that's what has actually happened for someone else because of the polished feeds that we see on Instagram. Okay, and I think the issue is that it puts an unrealistic expectation of quick success. And when quick success doesn't happen, it causes feelings of anxiety and feeling left behind. Are you guys resonating with this? Tell me. Let's have a look. Definitely the groundwork before the big success moment is more important. What else? Let's have a look. Yes, yes, yes. 100% yes. Yes, yes. Lots of yeses. Good stuff. And I think, firstly, I want to just kind of lay it on the table, and that's overnight success really is a big fat myth. And if you're believing that other teachers are having overnight success, then I'm really here to tell you today that that's simply not the case. If you're looking at other teachers on Instagram or on Facebook, or maybe you're looking at their YouTube or wherever you're looking at them, if you're looking at those teachers who say transitioned online when COVID hit and their Zoom rooms are packed out, it may have been an overnight transition online, but it certainly wasn't an overnight success. And what happens is we see the success, i.e. the results, but we don't see what happened behind the scenes to get to those results. Yeah, does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? We don't see what happened behind the scenes, do we? We just see the results. So we see the success. And I think that's the difference. That's a really big thing. And so from the outside, it looks like that it just happened to them. And, you know, I've coached hundreds of yoga teachers, and I can tell you now that one of the most common obstacles is the unconscious desire and expectation for overnight success and having it all worked out right now. And these desires and expectations really make you feel impatient, okay? They make you more inclined to want to take shortcuts, which means that your performance really suffers. So it's important to know that overnight success is not real. You know, it really is a myth. And this isn't to discourage you, not at all, quite the opposite, because actually we need to get real. We need to get real so that we push ourselves and put the work in, okay? And, you know, this isn't about luck. In fact, you know, the harder you work, the luckier you appear to the outside world. Again, because the outside world isn't seeing the results, or no, the outside world sees the results. They don't necessarily see the hard work that you put in. And for you to be, you know, successful in your yoga business, well, success requires hard work, doesn't it? It requires hard work. It requires courage, patience, resilience, teamwork, skills, and more hard work. More hard work. Okay, let's have a look at some of your comments. What's going on here in the Facebook group? So as I'm talking, guys, share with me what's coming up. Share with me what's coming up as I'm talking to you guys today. Let's have a look. A lot of consistency. Yeah, lots of consistency. So guys, ask yourself, you know, ask yourself, are you willing to put in the hard work? And don't just say yes. Really ask yourself this question right now. Are you here to work really hard for your dreams, like blood, sweat and tears hard? Because no one said this is going to be easy. Yeah, no one said it's going to be easy. I always say this, don't I? If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be doing this right now. Everybody would be getting their classes online. Everybody would be, you know, building out online courses and workshops. Everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be going on their own. Everybody would have said goodbye to the 9 to 5. Yeah, everybody would have moved away from the studio model. It's not easy. This stuff isn't easy. You know, it's going to be frustrating at times, and staying inside your comfort zone won't get you there. It definitely won't get you there. You have to do things that feel scary and feel uncomfortable. And, you know, there's going to be times where you feel disappointed, like you might even cry at times. Yeah, I've definitely cried more than once. You have to be fully in on this journey, because when things don't go to plan, which will be a lot of times that things don't go to plan, if you're not fully in, and I'll talk a bit more about what that means in a minute, but if you're not fully in, you'll feel deflated and you'll feel like a failure, and it'll be so much harder to pick yourself up and try again. Yeah? So much harder to pick yourself back up and try again if you are not fully in on this journey and this process. And get this, James Dyson, you guys know who James Dyson is, right? He's the founder of Dyson vacuums. This is a leading brand, and his brand, vacuum cleaners, were a result of 5,127 failed prototypes over 15 years. Imagine that. Imagine the blood, sweat and tears to create a prototype over 5,000 times over 15 years before you got to the winning prototype. the winning product. Yeah. And he was fully in, wasn't he? He was fully in. And that's what kept him going. And if you don't have this belief in yourself and what you're creating, you're on shaky ground, really. So we really must believe in ourselves, and we must stop comparing ourselves. So important. Must stop comparing yourself to other teachers and their journey and their business and what they're doing. You must stop that right now. Stop it. Stop it. Because if you're scrolling through Instagram and thinking, oh gosh, that teacher came out of nowhere, why can't I have her success? You're stepping into imposter syndrome, and you have to be super mindful of the thoughts that come up with that and the feelings, because those thoughts and feelings are going to have an impact on the decisions that you make and the steps that you take. Okay, so we want to be having positive thoughts and feelings about our own journey, not negative thoughts and feelings. And you never know the full extent to someone else's behind the scenes story and the hustle that they've put into their business. You don't know that. You will never know that by looking at somebody's Instagram feed. It's impossible to know that. You know, we don't know the hard work and the tears and the grit that someone has put into their business. And so we want what they have, don't we? We look at other people, or at least our version that we've created in our head of what you know, what they have. And then we want it all without the hard work and the grit, because we don't see all of that. Does that make sense? Let's have a look. Yeah, keep the comments coming, guys. So the reality really is that there are very few stories of great successes that came without hard work and grit. You know, behind every successful story, there's hard work, grit, and resilience. And these are the same words I'll keep using again and again, because these are the words that matter. Like, these are the things that matter, aren't they? And we know that, right? We know that, but sometimes it's easy to forget. And, you know, it's easy to forget it, you know, what it really takes to be successful, especially when we're online. Okay. So if you're thinking that, you know, you can somehow skip all of the hard work, if you're thinking that, you need to rethink that. Yeah. We need to shift that. And, you know, if you're thinking that, you're really just setting yourself up for failure. So let's rethink that. Okay. Let's rethink that right now. And it's so important. This mindset work is so important. And I want you to know, firstly, that you should never want to skip the work. You know, so if you're looking at someone else and thinking, gosh, you know, they've not had to go through years of hard work, grit, blood, sweat, and tears. How can I get to where they are right now without doing all of that hard work, blood, sweat, and tears? Like, you should never want to do that. And I'm going to tell you why in a moment. There's 3 reasons, or there's a few reasons why. Good. Let me know if this is resonating with you guys today in Instagram. And let's have a look over on Facebook, what's happening there. Yeah. Willing to put in the hard work. Yes, that's great, Karen. I think you have to ask yourself, like, what success is. Yeah, it might mean different things to different people. Definitely. I'm going to come on to that. Definitely. It's such a good point. But I want you guys to know, firstly, that you don't want to skip the hard work. Okay. The hard work that you put into this and the grit that you put into your journey and your path that you're on, that hard work, you know, that journey in itself will allow you to have epiphanies, you know, those aha moments where it just clicks. And, you know, on that journey, you'll have many failures, many successes. There's so much learning and evolving and pivoting that happens on that journey, on the entrepreneurial journey. There's so much that happens. You want to be here for the experience. Like, there's so much benefit to experiencing all of that and growing your business slowly and steadily. And when you continue to take action in your business, you develop courage, and that brings you confidence, okay? You become more confident in who you are and what you stand for, which is super important. We need that. We totally 100% need that. And, you know, every knockback where you've got back up and carried on allows you to fully step into who you truly are. Would you agree? Would you agree to that? Like when you get knockbacks and it feels like a failure or something's gone wrong or not as planned, and you get yourself back up again, you see what you're made of. Don't you? You totally see what you're made of, and you build strength and confidence in your own capabilities, okay? Because it's like, oh, you know, you think, well, if I can get back up from that, I can definitely do that again. And there's power in that. There's so much power in that. You know, I recently had this realization with during the last launch of the Profitable Yoga Teacher program, whilst going through a divorce. So I'm going through a divorce this year, which has not been easy. Like, it hasn't been an easy experience at all. And despite all of those personal challenges and pain that I've been going through, which of course none of this stuff disappears as a business owner. You know, when you're the business owner and you're the one that's the face and showing up, your personal stresses don't disappear. They're still there, right? So, you know, it's like they can have such an impact on you. And when I had this realization, like coming through the launch of the Profitable Yoga Teacher, I'd had my biggest launch to date. And I just looked back and I thought, wow, if that's what I can do when my energy is so low and I'm like rock bottom, imagine what's going to happen next year when I'm flying and I'm feeling back on top of the world. So honestly, it's like you really do have to look at these things and just allow yourself to be able to pick yourself back up. And that's why you want to just enjoy the journey, like whatever it throws at you, the down, you know, the ups, the downs, the ups, the downs. You want to experience it all, guys, because that's when you really build the courage. And from that courage, you build confidence. So the courage to show up, even when you have all of that shit going on, you know, in your personal lives. Because as I said, you know, as business owners, that stuff doesn't go away. And of course it interferes and it affects your business. And so, you know, it's really important that you work on building a passion-led and purposeful business that has real strong links to your why. Yeah, that's important. Your why, so that you can continue to show up when things do get tough. And, you know, the courage you have, the more courage you have, the more confidence you'll gain. You know, you really learn how strong you are. And you see what you're made of. You totally do. And it's like, okay, I've done that now. Bring it on. So, you know, you learn so much about how you can get back up again. And there's confidence in that. That's where confidence is really born. You know, when you understand and realize and you just prove to yourself that you've got what it takes to get back up again. So, yeah, so I think experiencing all the parts of this journey, you don't want to skip it. You don't want to skip it. Yeah, you don't. Trust me, you do not want to skip it. And another reason why you don't want to skip it, why you don't want to skip that hard work and the journey, is that it allows you to evolve. Okay, it allows you to evolve. And the way you evolve is through testing and experimenting and trying things out. And if you're an overnight success, you'd never have that opportunity to get super clear on who your ideal students are, yeah, and to learn everything about them so that you can develop ideas and validate those ideas through research and testing and launching. So when you don't rush things, when you don't rush this journey to success, you have the time to really verify, yeah, that what you're doing is what you truly want to do. And remember, we're building a sustainable business here. You know, this is about you being able to show up year after year after year, doing something that you love year after year after year. So you want to know that what you're building now is something that you're going to be wanting to do in, you know, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. So it really just helps you to be more intentional about the direction that you're moving in and the decisions that you're making in your business. So that's important. It's important to know that, you know, without that journey, how can you evolve? How can you discover these things about yourself and discover these things about your community and what you're offering, and to be able to test and verify and, you know, see your business like a laboratory and not be afraid to get a little bit messy along the way. Like, it's totally okay. All of that is data and knowledge, and you learn from that, right? You learn from that. So, you know, just know that when you are playing a bigger game in this, because you're totally in on this, it's going to come to you. It's going to come to you regardless of whether it's going to be, you know, a year from now or 3 years from now or 5 years from now. If you're in, if you've decided that your yoga business is going to be successful, you know, whether it takes a year or 5 years, the energy that you're bringing is completely different. You know, when you've decided that this is happening for you, regardless, you bring a different energy to the table. And I'm not talking about deciding that you're going to have an overnight success, yeah? Because remember, we don't want to skip the journey to our success, you know, because of all the benefits that that journey brings us. That's super, super important. But just decide that your success is a given. Yeah, decide your success is a given, and just focus on being persistent and consistent. But not only that, you know, it's not just about having grit to keep showing up and being consistent in your efforts and marketing efforts and so on. It's also about being resilient, isn't it? You know, even when your launch flops, or maybe you've had a bunch of no's from, you know, partnership reach outs, or maybe you're not getting the engagement that you want or that you're hoping for on your videos or your posts, whatever it might be, you know, or maybe someone's commented something negatively. Yeah, all of these things can happen. You have to have the faith in yourself. You have to have faith in yourself and be able to spring back up and recover quickly. So it requires you to be resilient. It really does. And just know that building your dream, yeah, your yoga dream, your yoga business dream, it does take all of your heart and soul. Like, you have to be fully in it and really bring that energy. And the best part is that it's totally worth it. Yeah, it's totally worth it. You know, when you start to see and feel success, it's going to be worth every moment of all of those blood, sweat, and tears that you've had along the way. So really today, guys, you know, I've been talking about mindset, haven't I? I've been talking about mindset, and all of this really is about having the right mindset, because you can have the best strategies, and of course you need the best strategies, like you need to be using the right strategies to build out a thriving business. But if you haven't got the right mindset, none of that's going to work. You know, the two work together. They have to come together. It's super, super important. You can't have one without the other to have success. So there we have it, really. Overnight success. Do we think it's a myth or not? What do you guys think? Do you think overnight success is a myth? Tell me in the comments. Do you believe in overnight success, or do you think it's a myth? Do we think it requires a little bit more than just, you know, going to bed one evening and waking up a success? Let me know in the comments, and I've got some journal prompts for you guys. Good stuff. Oh, lots of comments here on Facebook. Brilliant. Total myth. Yeah. Amazing. Wow, wow, wow. Well done, well done, well done. Well done for being here, guys. Well done. Okay, so journal prompts. Journal prompts. I love that. Christelle says, it is a myth, but I do believe in miracles. Listen, you have to just decide that this is happening for you. When you decide, when you make the decision that this is happening for you, you are going to show up in a completely different way. Because there's no doubt in your mind that what you pour your heart and soul into is going to come out a success. And yes, there's going to be a journey to that success. Of course there is. Of course there's going to be a journey to that success. You know, like I said, if there wasn't, everybody would be doing this. Everyone would be doing this. So you're here now, like you're here now. The fact that you guys are watching this right now, like you're in. You're deciding that this is happening for you, right? You made that decision that this is happening for you. So pen and paper now. I've got some journal prompts for you. And the first one is that, what does success look like to you? What does success look like to you? I want you to have a think about that, because it's different to all of us. You know, our version of success is different. And so this isn't about what you see on Instagram. It's not about what your family values as success, okay? Because as you grow up, you know, you'll carry versions of different things, you know, from your family as well. So it's not what your family, maybe your mum or dad, how they define success, but what does it look like to you? What does it look like to you? And then just ask yourself, like we did at the very beginning, are you willing to work really, really hard for your success? Yeah, this means getting uncomfortable. It means riding through those frustrations and disappointments, picking yourself back up again, you know, saying no to things that you don't want to do, maybe making decisions that maybe you don't want to make, you know, and stepping way outside of your comfort zone in order to find that success. That's what it looks like. Yeah, are you willing to do all of that? Are you willing to do all of that? And then lastly, I want you to journal on your goals for 2021. Okay, so start doing this now, guys. Start visualizing and really dreaming big around what you want 2021 to look like. And I'll be supporting you with that before the year is out with some goal planning trainings. So start now, start journaling on your big goals and really go big with it. Go big with it. Go big or go home. Yeah, don't hold back, because you know, you really, really can achieve anything that you desire with the right mindset and support. Okay, anything is possible, and it's time now for us just to step into this space of possibility. Yeah. Okay, so they're your journal prompts. Tell me before we go, what was the biggest thing you've taken from today? What was the biggest thing that you've taken from today? Good stuff, good stuff. Wonderful. Good. The success is in the learning. There's no overnight success. It takes time and patience to learn new things. It's a combination of aspects, so I don't think it can happen day to night. No, it definitely can't happen day to night. Good. We've got to put the work in, guys. Got to put the work in. Yeah, that the journey is beautiful to live. Yeah, we want to experience all of that. We definitely want to experience all of that. There's beauty in experiencing all of that, the ups and the downs. You know, it's your story, isn't it? It's your story. It's just put the work in, put the work in. You know, sometimes you have to make sacrifices. But if you really believe in this, and this is really what you want to do, you know, that's what it takes in the beginning. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You know, as you grow, it changes. Then there's new challenges. Good stuff. Enjoy the journey, Claudia says. Enjoy the journey, everybody. Perfect. Amazing, guys. Thank you for joining me today. You guys are awesome. If you're just joining now, you can watch the replay. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys soon. Okay, send me a message or DM me if you've got any questions. All right, lots of love. Bye.